Los Angeles Rams are world champions. A Lombardi trophy for Los Angeles. The Los Angeles Rams are world champions. A Lombardi trophy for Los Angeles.
The Ramilia Sports Report is now live.
What is up, my Ramilia fans of the NFC Western Division champion Los Angeles Rams? Hold on, I'm having a microphone problems here. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. There we go. I don't know what the heck's going on. There we go. Anyway, thank you for joining me on Sunday night Rams Talk, Ramilia Sports Report. I did it early today, and I'm sorry. I apologize because we're going to the movies. So I'm sorry. I can't. I don't want to go too late. Our lady has to get up early for work, and we're going to go see. Damn! I always forget the hell that this movie is. The guy. Let's see. Hold on. I'll tell you right now. I like the movie and I always forget the name of the damn title. It's the part 2 of the guy that gets his face punched in. Nobody knows. Hope everyone's having a great Sunday. The big story. Hold on one second. Let me show you something here. This man balled out. Now, it's just preseason. He did go through a few throws where it could have been. That's what happens, though. You know, we would always say, hey, Brock Purdy was lucky that guy didn't hold on to the ball. That guy he almost threw 2 picks. Well, ask Jacoski Tart how, I could have caught that interception in the NFC Championship game, but he didn't. That's part of the game, man. They get paid too. So, he had a lot. Remember, he hasn't played a whole lot, and so it's good that he's getting these reps. But the guy's doing his thing, and he's comfortable now. He's starting to get, he just has to remember that you don't need to do everything on each down. Live for another day, and so he looked really good. There were some great throws. We'll get into the clips. Cody, the Juice Schrader, number 32, in my opinion, has made the 53-man roster. Lampkin got hurt. I don't know if anybody heard anything about him. The pancake maker, they took him out. Hopefully, he's going to be okay out of the game. Ingo was doing his best impression. Safety. Ingo was doing his best impression of Nolan Cromwell out there laying the wood. Let's see. Edwards made a hell of a catch to win the game, and then Presley made a catch, OBJ style, in the middle of the field with 3 guys around him, and so it was the guys. Listen, we have a lot of young talent, that they're all vying for a roster spot. We got UDFAs that are going to be starters, especially in the linebacking situation. Possibly, Sean Dolick is going to make the squad most likely. Chris Paul Jr. I don't know if they're going to cut Troy Reader or try to put him on the practice squad. but I don't think they can do that because he's been a vet for a while. But anyway, I appreciate what he offers us. He's a veteran. We already have a veteran, Nate Landman. But we need young blood in there. We need these agile guys. We don't need Saquon Barkley going off for 200 yards in 2 games. It was almost 300 yards in 2 games if you add them together. If we would have had a decent linebacking core last year, we're in it. We get to the Super Bowl again because we're going to beat the Washington team at the NFC Championship game, and we probably beat the Chiefs the way that they played in that game and the way the Eagles stymied him. I can only imagine Jared Verse and the guys up in Mahomes' face. And if you put Matthew Stafford versus Mahomes, the guy's going to do what he needs to do to win that game. But that is what it is. Also, too, the Rams, Matthew Stafford back. So I put out an X tweet, whatever you want to call it. It's to me, it's always Twitter, but to JB Long and Stu Jackson, and they work for the team, so they probably can't say anything. Everyone's being hush. Shh. And so I tweeted him. So what I want to know is basically the tweet was, when did Matthew Stafford hurt his back? He walked off the field in Philly. He was fine, right? The Raiders made him an offer in which he, you'd be dumb not to look at it. And then he threw the ball in OTAs. Then they went to Maui and chilled, and then they come back and there's a back problem. So did it flare up? How did he get this back problem? So that way we have an idea of what the heck's going on. What the heck's going on out there? And so no answer. It's like I didn't even highlight their handle. No information. So, they asked Audrey Pleasant, what's going on? Oh, let me get the chat up, guys. Sorry. They asked Audrey Pleasant, what is going on with Matthew Stafford, and everyone was all, who? They're not saying nothing. So McVay is supposedly going to give us some information on Monday. But see, what that happens is now it starts rumors. There are all these rumors going all around, and so we don't want that either. You don't want rumors, man. Just give us some more information. Matthew Stafford didn't work out because we don't know if he worked out. I don't think he did. He was supposed to work out Saturday before the game, and I don't think he did. So, but when you do rumors, that just makes it worse. There's reports that Matthew Stafford, and rumors, again, it's a rumor, that they're going to put Matthew Stafford on the IR, that he's going to probably miss 4 games to begin the season, and we'll roll Jimmy Garoppolo, and then Sean McVay is going to go like this and be like, we will rally around Jimmy Garoppolo, aka JG, and play good Rams football, and he'll have a tear coming down his eye, and then Stetson Bennett will take over in midseason and win us the Super Bowl. But we'll see. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's injuries galore everywhere. But crazy times, man. Crazy times with Matthew Stafford. Because I wanted to know this. Oh, Stocker said, yeah, they're even saying that he might have back surgery and just retire. But I don't believe that because, this is why I was saying about, well, where did he hurt his back? Because let's say the Raiders gave him an offer that he couldn't refuse. And he said, well, the Rams, see you later. And the Rams were already talking about even then that, Jimmy Garoppolo is going to be the quarterback. And if he's the quarterback, I'm comfortable with him for a short term, right? I don't want that. Don't get me wrong. Don't want that. McVay, I trust McVay. I'll say it this way. If Kyle Shanahan, without CMC, remember they didn't have CMC, they had a decent running game. If Kyle Shanahan can get to the Super Bowl with Jimmy Garoppolo at quarterback and have a 10-point lead with minutes left in the Super Bowl, then Sean McVay, if he needs to, can win games with Jimmy Garoppolo and get back to the Super Bowl. Eventually, Matthew Stafford will come back, but We have a running game. We have a plethora of running backs. We have one of the best young defenses in the NFL. The linebacking core is shored up. The secondary is better than it was last year. They were playing better at the end of the season. Again, I don't want this, but I think that Jimmy Garoppolo will be good for the short term. But I also like that Stetson Bennett is getting a lot of reps. And so, he's looking good, and we'll see what happens with that. But like I said, I don't think he's going to retire. If they do go on the IR, I just don't like the secretive stuff. I don't like this. Just be honest. You know what? We were hoping that he'd work out today. I'm going to address this on Monday. I'll let you guys know for sure. It's a fluid situation. It's kind of what they said, but why not go to Germany? Like Kobe used to go to Germany to get those infusions for his knee. I can't remember stem cell research. I don't know back stuff, but he is doing that silver trailer, the silver bullet trailer thing, the therapies thing. But I want to know, when did he hurt his back? I mean, he walked off the field. If you can walk off the field in the snow, 37 years old, and was leading the team, just threw a bomb to Puka Nacua, was leading the team within 13 yards of getting to his second NFC Championship game as a Ram. And then all of a sudden in the offseason, his back is hurting. And he was in OTAs and throwing the rock, and you had Devontae Adams like all giddy saying, "Yo, you got to be ready for that ball, man," because there was a couple times where he threw it and I wasn't ready for it. Basically, that's like prime time Aaron Rodgers stuff. If you have that now to say like, "Oh, well, his back is hurting," when, who, huh, what? But if we have to start this season with Jimmy Garoppolo at quarterback, I don't like it, but we can still win. The Texans just got another receiver. It sucks that the Niners couldn't outbid them. They outbid the Niners. The Niners were going. The Niners are it's a travesty over there how they're running that football team. They're putting all the money in Leeds United. They needed a wide receiver. All of them are on the IR. They're over there eating ice creams, stomach first on one of those cots next to each other like Forrest Gump. You want ice cream? But the Eagles just got better. They just got the Eagles. Who'd they get? Hold on, it doesn't come to mind. But I had to hit Rombo up. I'm like, Rombo. Small market Santa Clara got outbid again. Let me see the Eagles, and that sucks because we got to play not the Eagles, the Texans. The Texans, the Texans just got wide receiver. Hold on, I'll tell you. You guys probably know in the chat. Hold on, but I'm just like, oh, they were desperate, boy. They brought an old Jerry Rice up in camp. Let's see. So the Texans. Let's see Texans. If I can spell here, I got Texas. There it is. Houston Texans are sending wide receiver. Oh, that is Philadelphia. So I had it backwards. So the Houston Texans are sending wide receiver John Mitchie to the Philadelphia Eagles per sources. So that's what it was. I just glanced at it. I was gone all day. So it is the Texans and it is the Eagles. And so, but yeah, the Niners were trying to bid on them, supposedly, or allegedly. And I don't blame them because they don't got nobody. They got Ricky Pearsall, the NASCAR driver. And they're like, Ricky, I know that you're 25-year-olds, brother. You got shot and came back. I mean, you got heart, more heart than the rest of the team has for 30 years. But how can you not get on the field? We need you to stay on the field more than 3 or 5 plays in a row. We'll see what happens with that. But anyway, let's get into the chat and we'll get right back into it. I see you guys with the Dodgers. The Dyers won again. The Dodgers beat the Padres. All as well in Dodgers and Rams land. I'm still stinging from the Dodgers losing 6 games to the 6 game. We got the fake Remelian here. Hold on, let me block this fool. Man, if you want me to sign your hat, hold on. All right. But I appreciate the you're flattering me, wanting to be me. My shoes are too big. Let's see. Hold on, we got a little issue with my chat now. Yeah, she says, yeah, the 6 losses to the Angels. I hope it doesn't come back, man. You really couldn't. We couldn't win one. Oh man, it is. I mean, whatever. We're here to win world championships, but goodness gracious. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Blocker says, "Ooh, we looking good." Yes, indeed. Jim Everett the Great says, "Quest for 6 wins." No, it's quest for 6 healthy offensive players. I shouldn't laugh because we have our own injury bug, but yeah. Bob says, "If Stafford out September, if Stafford's out for September, Garoppolo and Stetson will hold down." Yeah, I believe that too, but I don't want that. Don't get me wrong, I don't want that. But listen, we have a bigger picture. We want to be able to have him start the game. We want Stafford to be fine. If we have to do this, then so be it, right? So, it is what it is. But we need this man to be okay. This man too, Lemkin, the pancake maker. That's before the game, doing his thing, and we need him to be okay. And But yeah, so we'll see what happens on that front, and then you got Kobe Turner, the coach, out there with the defensive lineman. You gotta love it. He's the Rams leader right now in the defense. One of the main voices on the defense, doing his thing, and you gotta love it. You gotta love it. The leadership, the young leadership. There's Brandon Fish right there with the shades. The feature's too bright in LA. You gotta wear shades. That's just how we do it over here in Los Angeles. The first NFL franchise to win a professional NFL championship before the Raiders, before anybody else, and then we won a second one. The only NFL franchise to win 2 NFL championships in Los Angeles, for Los Angeles, and we're about to win a third one. Last year, that. Second and 13, second and goal from the 13. But yeah, tomorrow's the day. Tomorrow is the day. My guy OG Willie Bowen. Willie Bowen, LA Rams have depth like the Pacific Ocean. Horns up. Yes, indeed. Horns up, baby. Exactly right. And OG Willie Bowen. You had Ingle looking like old school Nolan Cromwell laying down the wood on fools yesterday, trying to make that Tanner Ingle, baby. Tanner Ingle was laying out the wood, shades of Nolan Cromwell, shades of let's see, shades of I just had him on the tip of my tongue. Just had him. Let's see. Hold on. I had 2 guys. Nolan Cromwell, and then later on, with the greatest show on turf, Rams. Goodness gracious, hold on. It's driving me nuts here. Hold on. I knew who Willie Bowen's going to say, but there was somebody that I just had on my head. I even had posted, not posted, but I was going to post him instead of Nolan Cromwell. Hold on. There's just too many. Hold on. Toby Wright. Toby Wright, Dave Elmendorf, Eddie Medar, one of the greatest ones of all time. For you old school guys, Toby Wright was just on the tip of. I just like I can't believe I can't remember. You know when you just do that. But yes, indeed, baby. Yes, indeed. Oh man. ESG says Stetson Bennett 516 yards in 2 games. Yep, 5 touchdowns too. And it's a learning process because right now, listen, let's just be real. It's just preseason. It's only practice. It's just preseason. But these are not the ones we played against. The ones in the Chargers. The Rams ran up and down the field on the ones from the Chargers. And again, it's early. That doesn't mean anything. The games don't count, but they do count in the mind and in the heart for the guys trying to make a position. For the guys trying to show what they have out. They only have short times. Guys are dropping balls. Guys are making plays. Guys are missing tackles. Guys are tackling, doing things. Presley was Elvis, shades of Elvis Presley over there catching the ball. Every time I see Presley, I want to say, Elvis, how you doing? But yeah, Edwards making the game-winning catch. That's how you make the team, man. But the thing that sucks, though, is because we have such good talent. Undrafted free agents are going to start. Great draft class again this year. That we're going to have to tuck some guys away, try to. But there's teams like the Niners who are injured and depleted. Other teams they look to the Rams because they draft so well. They're going to be taking our guys, man. Especially all the coaching tree in the NFL of Sean McVay. They're going to be, and McVay's such a great guy. He's probably like, hey, we got this guy over here, and you probably can use him, but probably not. That doesn't go on because we want him for our team, But yeah, it's just we got to be careful who the guys that we cut or put on to try to get to the practice squad because they will not be there. I'm sorry, Ronnie Rivers, run deep. We might have to cut you, brother, because I like. There's something about Cody Schrader. Tell me in the chat if you guys agree. There's something about Cody, the juice number 32 Schrader. The guy is low to the ground. He's a stocky running back. He's got good power. We have similar running backs. He's a little bit bigger than bigger up top than Corum and Kyrie Williams. But I like him. He just has a knack for making guys miss, and he's good. He gets skinny when he needs to, and he's not afraid to bam fools. And one of the reasons why I say that that Ronnie Rivers run deep ain't going to make the squad is because our guy Jarquez Hunter, man, that's a game breaking back. Now there was some plays where, to me, with that offensive lines not being the ones, they're kind of not getting him off right. They're not giving him the ball, pitching it to him, and get him a full head of steam so he can get around the corner. But he's the fastest wide receiver we have had since Todd Gurley. And you guys remember how we used to just dump teams with Todd Gurley, with the passing attack, the play action, because now you got to respect the speed. And so I think the running backs are going to be Kyron Williams, Blake Corum right behind him. Right after that, you're going to have Jarquez Hunter and Cody Schrader, and I think that's going to be the running backs. We'll see what happens. And Tribe says, bang, bang, over 3 decades, gang. Bub says, yeah, don't want that either, but we'll all find out what McVay says tomorrow on Monday. Yeah, we'll find out. We will find out. Finally, we'll find out what's going to go on. Bryce says, Campkin is a one-trick pony. We will see. I like him, Rams. Host. I like him, but you can't tell in the preseason sometimes. But the guy was a wrestler. The guy was a championship high school wrestler. The guy's low to the ground. Most likely, he's gonna not be a center. He's gonna be like a fill-in, a depth piece, or how about a fullback? My guy Stockton says, put him at fullback. Flacco says Bennett will struggle in the beginning and will put it out at the end. Progress is looking up for Bennett. Yeah, it basically. This year and last year are like his rookie year because he gave away the 1 year trying to get his head straight, trying to get things worked out, and the game slowing down for him. Let eyes on the screen. I'm gonna have to probably mute the video, but This is the dog that we have. This is the dog that we have. That's our guy. Now you say Brock Purdy. Now you say Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy is a pro. He's doing his thing in the pros. That says a lot. We want Stetson to get to that point if he can, because similar attributes. Quickness, agile, can make guys miss, but he's got a better arm. This guy's got a personality. He's got swag. I just hope he can do it at the level in the pros consistently. That's what he has to show. But this guy is a dog, man. That kid is a dog. And, just look at what he does. The guy doesn't give up. I mean, he went through a middle of the game looking like crap. And, here's that Presley grab in the middle of the here we go.
Bennett to extend the game. Dodges the first wave. Now hoists. Jump ball. It is
Brennan
a catch.
Presley. What a catch.
Inside the 10.
Oh my goodness.
And that was Presley. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. That was Presley, baby, with the shades of OBJ, shades of a young Doug Flutie with ram horns on to OBJ. And so, Stetson Bennett is that dude, man. He's that dude that has some magic, and props to my guy, my Ram brother, my Ramley, Bryce Perkins. I don't know if you guys saw it, that he was signed the UFL MVP of the league. Former Rams backup quarterback Bryce Perkins. He's with the Panthers now. So props on my hat goes off to him, and I tweeted him, congratulations, my brother. And I'm gonna have to mute this video, but he just to refresh you on the dog, the NFL, the two-time national champion Stetson Bennett is. Just give you a little refresher on what he can do. Okay, remember that he made these plays at the end of the game against pros. These are not starters, but these are pros at the end. But you only can do what you're doing on the field, and it's not your fault who you're playing. So here we go. I'm gonna have to mute it.
Fuck you and go Dogs.
The audience.
I'm sorry about that expletive. I forgot about that. My bad. But just give you a little taste, man. Oh boy. But yeah, sorry about that. I totally forgot about that expletive, and they're my fault. I'm so sorry. But he's got personality. He's got swag, man. I like the kid. I'm not giving up on him. I mean, it's hard to find a quarterback, and when you have a quarterback that is a two-time national champion, nobody ever gave him nothing, and he's got ability, and so I'm just rolling with him until he's not, we can't no more. He's there already. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Bryce, can you imagine Lampkin going center against Art Armstead? Dang it. There goes my earbuds. I like the kid, man. I like the kid. He's the pancake maker. John Bauer says, Rudy, is Stetson ready to start, be a leader? He's not ready to start yet. From game one, as the season goes on, he's getting his reps in. If they are going to put Stafford on IR, he's going to miss a few games. He's going to get more reps with the ones. That's the key with the ones. Remember, I would always tell you, I would love to see Bryce Perkins with the ones. I would love for them to set a game plan with his skill set in mind. Because this guy is used to playing with great players, being with the Georgia Bulldogs. He just doesn't need to be rushing things, throw the ball out of bounds or run the ball when you need to. Don't put it in harm's way. But he's got skills to be successful in the NFL. Look at all the other quarterbacks, the Sam Darnolds, the Geno Smiths, the Brock Purdys, who aren't elite quarterbacks, but they can get the job done. That's all I'm saying. I mean, you don't usually have a Matthew Stafford as quarterback. Rivas is the first professional franchise on the West Coast. Exactly right, baby. The LA Rams. So I says, Rudy, you skipped. I'm sorry. When I took out the Ramelia guy, the fake Ramelia, some of you guys got some of the chats went away. So I'm sorry about that. You can see him on the screen at least. So I'm sorry. That's why I wasn't doing it on purpose. When I blocked him, it said to refresh the screen, and then they all went away. It's a learning process with this restream that I have now instead of a StreamYard. So I'm sorry. That's why I wasn't trying to do it on purpose. But at least they're on the screen. I'm sorry. That's why I missed it. Let's see. But yeah, that's why I did that. I didn't mean to, but when I refreshed it, it went and it started. They were gone, and then they started from the end of the bottom of the row. So I have to figure out how to fix that next time if that happens again. Pat Thomas, yes indeed, baby. When Pat Thomas took out Lynn Swan. Yeah, she said, I love that Ram defense. Just flies around like flies on it. Yes, indeed, baby. Tribe says, Everett just saw Genty truck Lenore like an 18-wheeler. Yeah, man, I put an APB out. I go, Rambo, somebody better do a wellness check on Lenore. Getting trucked over by that rookie running back, baby. I want to know this. Who in the chat was at the game on Sunday? Let me know who was in the chat. Everyone that's in the chat that went to the game, let me know if you were there, because I have a question to ask you. And this is part of the reason I have an issue with some of the guys in that are from the scorekeeper. Remember a couple years ago when the scorekeeper let the Niners have the ball with like a second or two ticks on. I'm trying to figure out how to. They let the Niners have the ball with like a couple of seconds on, so they scored, and we ended up losing it by a field goal. Who in the chat went to the game? Let me look at it. Let me know if you guys in the chat went to the game, because see this picture here. Okay, I'll just get to it while I see if you guys, if somebody was there, so you can verify this. That's Sean McVay, and in case you can't tell, that's Isaac Bruce. Okay, with the Deacon Jones jersey, right? Somebody that went to the game, okay, said that the scorekeeper person who puts these pictures up on the scoreboard put his name as Torrey Holt. Come on now, seriously, man. I mean, you gotta be freaking shitting me. Man, I gotta get Kevin Demoff on, man, and let him know. There's a few things I gotta tell you, Kevin, and I'm just gonna be frank with you, man. There's a few things from the Ramhead logo that I want you to change, but this cannot. The scorekeeper a couple years ago giving the Niners a couple of seconds left to get himself right against us. I mean, come on, man. What the hell's going on over there? But let me know. Let me know if you guys went to the game, if you guys can verify that. I was looking for a clip, but yeah, so they put up, that's Isaac Bruce, but somebody said that they put up Torrey Holt, and everyone was like, whoa, what? Stockton, don't do it, Stockton. I know you're joking, but people take it wrong. But this man, it was funny when ESPN or somebody that was broadcasting the Niner game and they put Trent Williams underneath one of the other players. But come on, man, that's a Rams legend. I mean, that's just crazy, man. Oh boy. But anyway, come on, get it right, guys. Get it right. And let's see. Oh boy. You ever wonder how the Rams get inside SoFi Stadium, how the Rams get out to their car or move past their crowd? Check this out.
Jimmy!
See, if you would have said JG, he would have stopped right there. He was stop the car. Puka.
Put the five.
Oh, man. But yes, indeed, baby. Yes, indeed. So the Rams got the win. And Edwards did his thing, baby. Edwards did his thing. Look at that catch. Look at that catch, baby. Look at that catch. Crazy, 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 crazy. That was a hell of a catch. It was a great game. Great preseason game, man. Great preseason game. Barlstormer says, what's up, Brody? How about them Rams? Yes, indeed, baby. Love it, love it, love it. John Morrison says, will Rumble ever watch it? Love it. Stockton says, Rumble was celebrating and dancing after winning a meaningless, silly preseason game with all the backers and practice squad. Love it. I was having some fun too yesterday because we were just giving it to the Charger fans. I saw them and I just joined in. We're like, we were giving it to them. Love it, love it. Jacques Vertus, Bennett is playing tough. Yes, he is, baby. You want another taste of Stetson Bennett doing his thing? Let's see. Let's see. Here's the mailman delivers.
Stetson identifies. Deep drop off play action. Wings one down the numbers.
Oh,
That's a touchdown.
oh my goodness.
Mario Williams, 38 yards.
Woo! Did you guys see that dime? Now, see, that's the kind of pass you could do when you don't have the Brock Purdy noodle arm. You got a little flick of the wrist in there. That was a laser straight down the ball. Now, later on in the game, there was one where he didn't see the lineman there. I don't know how, but he's looking over here, and there was a couple that they dropped. But that's the way the game goes. You either catch them or you drop them. But I'd rather have him do it now in preseason. Get your reps in, brother. Learn the offense. These are all guys that are maybe turning the wrong way, or he's waiting for the guy to cut. Because remember, these are not the guys that are going to start for the most part or haven't started. They're trying to learn their way. So it's kind of tough sometimes to throw it right on the money when the guy's kind of but still, he did a great job. Deucey Falcons being just needs to see the field better. Yeah, Bennett just needs to see. Yeah, and he's a shorter guy too. He's 6'1", 6'1"-ish. Yes, indeed. You guys. Rebo says our backups look good against the Chargers ones. They really did, man. That's why I'm saying we got to be careful who we cut because there's going to be people like, they try to get who on the practice squad? Get them. We got to be careful because they ain't coming back. They're not coming back. Jim Everett says Stockton facts Trump. You guys. Jock 42 says Chargers for one's getting punked. The first two drives against the ones, they couldn't stop the Rams offense. You had Bennett throwing to Super Mario Williams over there, and over there to later on to Brendan Presley. It's just crazy. And then to win the game, here's the dog right here.
Stetson stands in, drills one, end zone.
What
2
a
yards from the mailman.
The mailman. So is that his name? They call him the mailman now? He delivers. Stetson delivers, baby. But it's Sunday. I don't care. He delivers. No, it's Saturday. Today's Sunday. Schrader is a dog. I love Schrader, man. The juice. Cody, the juice Schrader. Seen that number 32 running the way he does? I like it, man. I like it. Schrader's a jag. Love it. Rivers and Schrader should be keto on practice squad if at all possible. Schrader will. One of them will get picked up, if not both of them. So I like Schrader, man. We got to keep him. Bryce says Rivers makes the final 53 if he's healthy. Oh, okay. He's a veteran, so you never know. But I like Schrader, man. Something about the kid. Rivers says after 30 years, them whiners only bang. I didn't see that. You're gonna run out of steam. I got Latimo. I go into the movie, so I did it early. And thank you guys for coming in. I appreciate you. Let me go see Nobody 2. Who could beat the Rams? Nobody. But Stafford's not there. Well, still nobody. DHP, hot take. I'd rather have an extra O lineman than Stetson Bennett. Woo! If we are down to Stetson playing, then the season is toast because Stafford and Jimmy G have been taken down hard. Well, I got to say this. If Stafford is out for a few games, Stetson Bennett becomes so important because Jimmy Garoppolo is not the most. Forget about the skill set. You know, we can win with him, but he has a tendency to get hurt sometimes. We need, unless we have something. I mean, you can't just get a guy right now, you know, unless you want to give the Falcons some assets for Kirk Cousins, who's probably washed. So he may be very important, but I understand your take, though. Yep. Brian says all of long shot rookies are raw. Hunter looks raw, too. Yeah, he does, but he's so dangerous, man. I mean, we'll see what happens. Willie Bone says Cody Schrader is the red zone goal line scorer. Love it. Typos. I got the same thing going, man, on my phone, and my phone messes it worse. Stark says get rid of Rivers and keep Schrader. I would like that. You know, I appreciate Rivers, and you know it's only preseason. We have to see him doing the pros, but there's just something about Schrader. I usually have a decent eye. Just I'm not always right, but I do usually have a decent eye of seeing guys. You know, just picture him in our offense. Schrader says Schrader was handing it out there, eye opener right there. I like Schrader a lot, man. I liked him. I like Rivers too. But I just think because there's more, because he's going to be cheaper. There's something he said to, well, because now Kyrie Williams, if Kyrie Williams didn't get the contract, I would say that Blake Corum has a chance to take over some reps from Kyrie Williams. But now it's going to be like a 3-man rotation, and then once in a while bring in Jarquez Hunter if he makes a squad. Stock says this is the most stacked Rams team in McVay era. We don't have a healthy QB. Yeah, crazy. Round 74, how you doing, brother? Appreciate you. Also, two guys, before I forget, because I get wrapped up in talking to you guys, don't forget to, if you haven't already, to subscribe, come back, hit the like button. I appreciate you guys so much. It helps the Ramelia find us, our Ram brothers and sisters, and we can more of us here more often. I'd forget to do that because I just have fun talking with you guys. So thank you guys. I appreciate it so much. And for you guys that are new, welcome to the stream. Appreciate you guys. Oops, here we go. So I was really scared Bryce Perkins going to beat us when we play the Raptors. Wouldn't that be something, man? Wouldn't that be something? Alger Fellow, how you doing, brother? Hello, Ramila, brother Rudy. How you doing? Appreciate you, brother. Horns up. Appreciate you. Thank you for coming in. Willie Bowen, there's Willie Bowen's fullback right there. Corey, the Juice Schrader should be the fullback. Love it. I mean, if Juszczyk can be a fullback. He made Pro Bowl. Well, there's only like 3 fullbacks across the league. Okay. Jacques Ford is a 2-time national champion. Yes, indeed, baby. Exactly right. Yes, indeed. Rubio says Schrader the Shredder. Love it. Stocker says, I heard Stetson is hung like a horse like Rudy. No, just kidding. Your comedy. G Fella says, horns up, Rumley. I appreciate you. Tries to Everett saw Coach's huddle on the milk carton. Reba says, I'm a whiner destroyer. Love it, love it, love it. 3 more weeks, baby. Here we come. Tomorrow's the big day. I was saying Saturday. Tomorrow's the big day because we'll have some information on Stafford. Hopefully, it's going to be good news. Hopefully, it's going to be good news, man. That he's gonna practice. He's not going to the IR, but in the meantime, we'll see what happens with these guys here. Let's see. Look at this quick move, man. Mumfield, boy. Mumfield did his thing too. Look at this quick dart.
To the left, and here comes the tight end. Davis Allen in motion. Play fake. End zone. Touchdown Rams.
You love play action at the
for the
goal
touchdown.
line. That was for you, Maurice.
No question. Listen, anytime you run.
Mumfield, baby. I mean, we got a plethora of wide receivers, man. We just got to have the guy to dial it up for them. You know, that was just too easy. You know, like that old, like I say before, the white man can't jump. You know, you had Wesley Snipes. That was too easy. I'm just going to leave it up there. That was too easy. Kenny, I haven't seen you, Kenny. We miss you. Brian Smith says, if we have 3 weeks to go and Stafford needs to be on the IR for 4 weeks after that, he's toast. Man, listen, if he's going to be out more than 4 weeks, that will suck, man. That will definitely suck. We'll see what happens. That's why I want to know, how did he hurt his back? If he's going to be out 4 games after all this time, you know, how did he hurt his back? He didn't even play. Nobody even hit him. He walked off the field in Philadelphia beautiful. You know, he's like, damn, man, you guys are lucky. Rubio says, our greats span generations. Winners' greats are from one era. Enough said. Yeah, I mean, they had good teams recently and all that stuff, but champions. That's a great comment. And also, too, whenever you win a championship, you can't take it away from them. But it was a 13-year span. It was lightning in a bottle, and God bless them. No one will ever be able to do that again this side of the Patriots. 1981, Bill Walsh era, to George Seifert, 1994, and then nothing. The 93 free agency era started, the Reggie White era, where free agents were able to now get paid. They only won 1 Super Bowl, 1994, and that's because that team was already built. They found out that it's harder to win a Super Bowl after the free agency era. They're always saying, you've had 30 years, why don't you catch up? Well, now it's harder, fool. You can't even win 1. You can't even win 1. If it was horseshoes, the Niners would have like 10 Super Bowls. Yeah, she says, is that scorekeeper a Niners Dodger? Like, I know, man. I remember that game because Darian Kendrick, I think, had done a stupid penalty to get him to the goal line, and Brock Purdy messed up because he threw the ball out of bounds. The clock should have ran. They gave him like 1 tick. What are you doing? Is that a home field advantage score? Now, you don't do nothing illegal, of course not. But that can run out. You threw it out of bounds. Click, out of bounds, click. Go to halftime. That would have saved us 3 points. Might have kind of pulled that game out. I'm sorry. Let me catch up now. Xavier Smith, too, is on the 50. Yeah, he's got to be in the 53-man roster because he's one of our better kickoff returners. We got the guy from the Philadelphia Eagles, and he might not be on the squad. You know, we'll see what happens with that. I like Presley, too. But we'll see what it's going to be. Very interesting. We got to be careful who we cut because guys are just going to pick us clean on the practice squad, or we try to get them to the practice squad, and team players respect the choices of players that the Rams have, and they select, and so they'll just grab them, and then with Sean McVay's coaching tree, they say, well, you know, if he likes them, But yeah, Britton Covey, man. We'll see if Britton Covey makes the 53-man roster. It's going to be interesting because we got him to help Xavier Smith. But Xavier Smith is not just a one-trick pony. Xavier Smith can run routes, and he's got really nice hands. Stark says that was a dime right there. Yes, indeed, baby. Tribe says, rumor is Rombo will be leading a parade on Wednesday celebrating the Raiders win. Stark says, and whiners are salivating and waiting for our cut days to swoop. Yep, exactly right. Rubio says, Rudy, the Rams greats span generations. Whiners greats are of one era. Yeah, and what he's talking about is you could be a great-grandfather who's even no longer here. In the 40s, 1945, the Rams won an NFL championship with Cleveland. 1951, the Rams won the first Los Angeles championship for an NFL team, the 1951 Rams. They also broke the color barrier when they came to Los Angeles. In the 60s, you had the Fearsome Foursome. They got close. Championship games. They just didn't put it together. The 70s went to the Super Bowl in 79. The 80s, 83 and 85, 2 NFC championship game appearances. The 90s, it was the woman who shall be named was took him to St. Louis. Appreciate our Rams brothers and sisters in St. Louis. It wasn't your fault. You're always with the Ramelia, always. It was always loyal to our location when they went to St. Louis. And so they won the Super Bowl in 99. The 2000s went to Super Bowl in 2001, won the Super Bowl in 2021. So amazing. Besides the hardware that the Rams have, multiple NFL championships pre-Super Bowl era and multiple Super Bowls post Super Bowl era and post full preseason. Shock 42 says Bulldog Bennett. Yes, indeed. Brian Smith, Super Mario Williams, Super Mario to PS. He's impressive. Like him. We got just a lot of young guys, man. Yes, ESG says Stetson is the only mailman who delivers on Sunday. Stockton says, I heard Bennett slammed all the chili. Georgia. I haven't heard that one. She's bang, let's make it for decades. Deucey Falco says, Rudy, do you think we see win at QB in the preseason? No, because he was just a camp arm, Deuce Falco. He's a camp arm. Especially now with Stafford not there, he's not really going to be on the squad, most likely. Even if Stafford goes on the IR, maybe put him on the practice squad. Brian Smith, nobody's plucking anyone from our practice squad. All 30 teams are evaluating their own talent, not ours. I hope not, man. But honestly, they probably will. So I says, Rudy, I can't believe we are having to root for Jimmy G over what I imagined this 4 years ago. Yeah, man, let me show you guys a tweet. So I'm optimistic because I believe in Sean McVay. You know, I was making the joke that we don't call Jimmy Garoppolo Jimmy Garoppolo anymore. We call him JG over here with McVay, right? So I'm joking about that stuff because I believe in Sean McVay. So let me show you a tweet that I put, and let me know in the chat what you guys think about it. You guys probably saw it. Some of you guys, again, if you can follow me on Twitter, Ramelia Sports. I'm usually there. Besides here, so look at this. Come on, hold on. Let me do it over. I hate this app. Hold on. 1 second. 1 second. Hold on. Let me set this up here. Here we go. All right. Let's see if this one came. This one saved in right. There we go. So this is what I tweeted. Here's what I tweeted, guys. Let me move the chat out of the way real quick. Let me just move out of the way so you can see it better. Okay. So this is what I tweeted. Okay. Hold on. Get out of the way so I can read it. A few takes here. After no information on Stafford working out today, which is yesterday, Dick McVay just inadvertently pull a Kyle Shanahan and put Jimmy Garoppolo in the way of winning a Super Bowl? And if so, can Stetson Bennett pull a Kurt Warner and save the season if Stafford is out and Jimmy struggles or gets hurt? I didn't put that in there, but what do you guys think about that? With bringing in Jimmy Garoppolo, with Stafford's back being hurt now, did Sean McVay possibly inadvertently pull a Kyle Shanahan and maybe put Jimmy Garoppolo in the way of us winning the Super Bowl? What do you guys think about that? ESG says Rams use Xavier Smith like the Niners use Debo. I like the kid, man. Says Kyrene, Blake, Jarquez. Any room for anyone else after Robert 3? Rivers or Schrader? I like Schrader. Ruby says Brendan needs to change his number. Takeover LA, how you doing? Says Troy Reader needs to finally go. Yeah, I like him, but All right, guys. Sorry. So the Wi-Fi got kicked off because the power went out. I'm sorry. That's what happened. I got to unplug the router to the plug. We have the microwave plugged in into the same plug as the router, and I think sometimes when you're using the microwave and all that stuff is working, I don't know what it is about that plug. It kicks it off, so I'm gonna have to move it. So I'm sorry about that. I apologize for that. That's what happened. I'm just like, I'm looking at it and the lights are off, and luckily they flipped the switch and it came back. So I'm sorry for that. That's what happened. I'm like, what happened? Where'd everybody go? That's what happened. All right, but yeah, that's what happened. So I got to move that plug. I don't know what it is. We didn't have any problems before. We got dehumidifier or not. One of those make beef jerky on those things. My gal makes all kinds of stuff with that. She was that plugged in with the microwave and the router and the modem is plugged into that plug, and this is like the second time that it's done that, and so we have to flip the breaker. So I think we're gonna have to move that away from the plug. But anyway, back at it. Brian Smith says, I'm a Reader fan because he pisses off some. John Barr says, Governor Gavin blackout. Sorry about that. Brian Smith says, Stetson is worse than Dieter. Oh. Like says, Tom Brady 2 years. That'd be funny. That'd be funny at the press conference. Oh, Rudy came on play. That'd be funny at the press conference, Stockton. You're probably asking, why is Tom Brady here? Well, Matthew Stafford's going to go on the IR for 4 games and have back surgery. In the meantime, Tom Brady is going to relinquish his minority stake in the Raiders and play quarterback for the Rams and stay on until Stafford is fully healthy. And then I'll devise a double quarterback set. Yeah, Rams 74 has an amazing comment here and I say that because there's a lot of uniforms that should be retired and they're not. There are some that are retired, but yes, 13 should have been retired a long time ago as the first quarterback to win a Super Bowl for the Rams. We've won NFL championships, but he was the first Super Bowl champion quarterback. Let's see. John Barber says, Rudy, if you unplug the router, you'll lose the Niners more. Now, where's my Charlie Murphy? Hold on. Charlie Murphy. And you know what? I got up to check, and I'm like, why can't I hear nothing? Hold on. Gotta love live streams. Like, why can't I hear nothing? Hold on. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys heard me through the video, but I was like, why can't I hear nothing? And then I go, oh, yeah, I took my earplugs out to go check the Wi-Fi. Rio says, bring Pro Bowl MVP Mark Bulger out of retirement. Mark Huge Bulger. Rubio says, bring Pro Bowl. Oh, yeah, we got that already. Bryce Smith says, if Brady joins the Rams, the NFL would allow unlimited hitting on him. That's funny. Let's see. And I want to give a shout out. Hopefully, OG Willie Bowen's still in the stream. I want to give a shout out to a Rams legend, a Rams legend who was at the Rams house on Saturday. The amazing Ivory Sully. Ivory Sully was at the Rams house. Legends, there he is, baby. I like how they do. That is one thing that I agree upon that they're doing, and they need to hurry up and bring the statues. I want a statue. I want the fearsome foursome. I want Isaac Bruce and Kurt Warner, and then I want when it's all said and we got to have Aaron Donald, and then when it's all said and done, Stafford and Cup, and then also too, the greatest Rams running back of all time. Or maybe even just do both of them. We'll have like a plethora of statues. It'll be like almost walking through like one of those movie scenes from Mortal Kombat. And make the Chargers have to walk through them and all the banners and stuff. And then also to make a photo next to the escalator commemorating the 2021 NFC Championship game where the Niner fans actually got their nickname. The Bang Bang Escalator Gang, right there, boom, right there. That, every time they go by, they go, "Oh, look, that's your uncle. That's your Uncle Roscoe." "Oh, look, mijo, that's me and your tia. Yeah, we were mad when they lost, but we're right there." Oh man, God bless them. But yeah, we need to get them statues, baby. We need to get them statues up and running. And I showed you guys this video before. This is about the young guys, Devontae Adams and the guys, and they were ordering a lot of food, and they were going to make, I think it was Mumfield, and some of the rookies pay for the dinner. It's kind of like it's kind of just what they do to rookies, like a rite of passage. And I'll tell you something. Let me play the clip again just to show you, and then I'll tell you what I was going to tell you.
Hey man, we appreciate y'all, boy. I ain't lie, we split that. Couple bottles on there. Some of the finest we gonna take with us.
Hold on, how much is that? Woo! I can't see, it's in the way though. Let's see. Dang it, let's see if that goes away. Woo, 16,000? Hold on. 16,000. The subtotal is 13,000. So let's look at that. Look at that. One crab cake. Let's see. Crab cake. $3,000 up there. My big head's in the way over there in the corner. Good looking guy in the corner. Hold on. So 13,000. 687.67 is the subtotal. Damn. Can you imagine? Plus the tax. 1334. 35, 45, 25. Dun, 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 dun. That is, hold on, 687, carry the 2, hold on, 1,334.54 equals $15,022.21 at, what is the restaurant? Let's give them a shout out. Hold on. At Taisho and Casita. Wow. $15,022.21.
Gonna take with us. Welcome to the league, my boy.
So, okay, what I was going to tell you was I had showed you that clip before. I brought that clip to you. Devontae Adams turns out that he paid for the bill. So props to Devontae Adams. The Devontae Adams and back to Devontae Adams too. Let me see if I have a picture of Devontae Adams looking cool. I thought there was my guy Devontae Adams. Props to Devontae Adams for doing that, but also too, what do you think is going through Devontae Adams' head with Jimmy Garoppolo possibly being the starter? Now it's going to be different with the Raiders because the Raiders were, I'll just say it, the Raiders were a train wreck last year. Nothing went right for them. Yeah, I was for sure. Rudy was tripping like, oh shit, I'm dead. Yeah, I was like, where's my? Because I took my earbuds out to go look at the router, and like, I can't hear that clip. Um, but yeah, so let's just say it this way: with Sean McVay being the head coach and the play callers with LaFleur, the play calls will be more smooth. There's better players here. We got a run game. We got offensive line, so it will be much more smoother if Jimmy Garoppolo has to play. So, but yes, props to Devontae Adams for allegedly paying for that bill. And so I like that. That's amazing. That's cool the way they did that to him. Says get UPS and get UPS from Best Buy and Amazon and plug your router and critical stuff too. It sounds good, man. Because sometimes you go press the microphone. It's only started recently. It wasn't doing that before. You're like, oh shit, the damn router went out. Love it, love it, love it. Brian Smith says, was Sully a running back or no? He was an offensive lineman. Ivory Sully. Rubio says Marshall needs a statue too. Yep. Right when I was going to say we need to put one of Eric Dickerson, right away I was like, oh yeah, Marshall Faulk too. He's a champion too, but he's one of the greatest running backs in Rams history for sure. Greatest all-time running backs, but especially with the Rams. Todd Gurley. If Todd Gurley was there longer, let's say it this way: he is one of the greatest running backs of all time. He's one of the greatest Rams running backs of all time because prime Todd Gurley was amazing, man. Huddling fools, he was just gone, but just didn't play enough. But I understand what you're saying. Sully was a corner. Oh, excuse me. Hold on, Ivory Sully. I stand corrected. I was thinking, I was thinking Irv Pankey. Yeah, excuse me. Sorry. Ivory Sully. I was thinking Irv Pankey. I'm sorry. Thank you for correcting me. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I was thinking Irv Pankey, Ivory Sully. Yeah. Yep. Thank you for correcting me in the chat. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, I was thinking about this brother right here, and just for some reason, sometimes guys' names come up. You're like, oh, I remember him, and it's not even him. There you go. I was thinking it was him, but yeah. So I was thinking when I saw Ivory Sully, I was thinking Irv Pankey. No, Irv Pankey was the offensive tackle. That's what happened. So thank you guys for correcting me. I appreciate you. That's how we do it, baby. That's how we do it. Let me know. Let me know when I need to be corrected and help me out in the chat. Appreciate you. Let's see. Yeah, thank you. I was thinking Ivory Sully. I was thinking Irv Pankey. Raiders are hot flaming manure. Rubio says that's a Mickey D's receipt. Let's see. Yep, $16K pretty much. Right around there, baby. Rubio says about over $4,000 in taxes. Can you imagine how much? I wonder how much tip they gave. That's what I would like to know. Brian Smith says that's about 1/4 of football for Stafford. Yeah, with that new contract. Rubio says it's the Silicon's Valley Winer sabotaging our chat. Yeah. Rams Mob says put Stafford on IR, let Jimmy start for the first 4 games. Let's say Jimmy goes 2-2, would be okay with that. Put 9 in a hyperbolic chamber. This is a Super Bowl team. Yeah, I just hope Stafford, we get good news. We'll see what happens. I gotta say, so this guy here is in Rombo's chat, and all he does is I don't even know if that's his really picture. Who knows? Probably not. Guys like this are afraid to show who they are, but so they try to come in and talk about like where people work and stuff. So I work in window covering. I told you guys before I went working window covering, and they also do deliveries and installations for like shades and blinds and stuff. But there's a Niner fan that went in there, and I said, I didn't know who he was. He just had a Niner cap on, and how dare you come? No, I'm just kidding. You come to my area with the Niner cap on, so I had to let him have it, right? And we're all, his family's all cool and stuff. And so my position is a window covering specialist. If you need blinds and shades, a window covering, drapes, we do that. We also we install. We don't install anymore, but we deliver it for free. They also deliver and install adjustable bases for mattresses and mattresses. That stuff. They pay me nicely, hourly, and also a commission. They take care of me. Anyway. So the guy was nice and he went away, and I was telling him all these things. The guy so I told you guys that before. He's looking at his phone, and I'm saying, yeah, the Rams were the first team in LA to win a championship, the first California NFL team to win a championship in Los Angeles. He looked it up. Oh yeah. I told him all these other, he's looking it up. And then I told him about, his family were looking around, and his wife was nice and his family was nice. They left, and as he goes down the escalator, of course, a Niner fan going down the escalator. I told him, I'll see you at the parade, man. And so what other way, what makes more sense? I said this before, than a window consultant specialist to tell a Niner fan that their Super Bowl window is shut. So he left, and I left him like that, and it was all in good fun. We were just having a good time, and I was helping. I was helping his wife, look for stuff. Told him to come back, let me know. Anyway, he goes on Rambo's chat and says that he cooked me. When I'm the one saying, "I'll see you at the Super Bowl, man," everything I'm saying, he's looking it up, man. And matter of fact, when he left, I thought he wanted me to sign his hat. I don't know, man, but God bless him. Brian Smith says, is McVay going to lie or tell the truth about Stafford's back? That's going to be very interesting tomorrow. Very interesting. John says, yeah, Devontae goes to Vegas and the QB he wanted got hurt. Then Aaron Rodgers got old and now Stafford is out. So Devontae isn't that something? Maybe it's bad luck. No, I'm just kidding. Wondering about his stats going into the season. Man. DC Park is Rudy converted Niners fan. Yeah. Oh man. Belly says, I got a question. If we don't get a QB in the draft, or one of the elite QBs wants out, Burrow, Allen, and Lamar, UTC, take a trade for one of them, or trade up for a rookie like Sellers, Klubnik, or etc. That's a great question, because one of those elite QBs, it would have to be after the season, the free agency. I don't see any of those get rid of their, allowing a team to come in. But you never know. Maybe we give them draft assets. Maybe they'll start over because we have 2 number 1 picks. Hopefully, the Atlanta Falcons pick will be lower than ours. Imagine it. Then let's just look at devil's advocate. Jimmy Garoppolo comes in. The worst scenario is where we don't even make the playoffs. We have a low draft pick. Also, the Falcons have a low draft pick. We're able to get one of the young quarterbacks, or we're able to trade that for like a Joe Burrow. Those assets for a Joe Burrow, something like that. Whoever is available. But yeah, we'll see what happens. But I'm not throwing dirt on Matthew Stafford yet. The guy is a gamer. The guy's played through all kinds of injuries. Reba says, dude looks like he was in a Master P video from the early 2000s. I don't think that's his. I mean, if it is, it's fine, but I don't think that's him. The way he talks on Rambo's chat about people, I think it's probably a 12-year-old kid for all I know. I don't understand why people waste their time trying to do that. Dude cooks with EC pay coming. Jack Foody's hater trolls Mike. Rubio says, I take Joe Burrow. I like Joe Burrow, man. I like him. Brian Smith says, what about Watson next year at QB? Nah, man. No, not Watson. Just because I would love to take Burrow. I know. Yeah, I mean, maybe Watson back in the day. But yeah, I mean, he's just a headache. I don't even know if he has anything left. Honestly, it's just hard to tell with the Browns been down for so long. But let's see. Let's do another clip. Let's do our. I like this. This little swaggy poo for Stetson Bennett, looking at the bench of the Chargers. Here we go.
The size profile is what differentiates him on this roster.
The touchdown.
That was for you, Maurice.
Jackson with the sack.
Just commanding of the offense.
It was the target, a big hit. Mario Williams, 38 yards.
Bryce was Watson for the value. No, I understand you because they'd be giving him away just about. Yep. I just don't trust him. He's just, I don't know, man. I don't know. In LA, I don't know, but I understand what you're saying. I understand exactly what you're saying. But all right, guys, I'm going to close it out with this clip from Stetson Bennett.
Hey, Ram fans, thanks for coming out. W, and we'll see you next time.
All right, guys. So tomorrow's the big day. I'll come on tomorrow if there's some good or bad news for Stafford. Look for the alert. If you guys haven't already, hit the like and subscribe button on your way out and come in more often so we can all be here together. I appreciate each and one of you guys. Love each and one of you guys. And we'll get information on Stafford tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. We'll see what happens. Hopefully we'll get good news. So I thank you guys. Appreciate you guys. Have a great Sunday night. I'll let you guys know how Nobody 2 is, how good the movie is. I'm going to go in a little bit. So as we always say, may the Ramelia be with you. And Ramulators, mount up. Have a great night, guys. I'll talk to you guys soon. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.